loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. To the 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, 58 to Mike. Go 58 to the 50.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
We got this.
At their own 15-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. huge play there for Chicago. 78 yards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. First carry from Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We play to win.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Davis running right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
I'm here all day. Check, tight right, tight right.
They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Bears push further out in front. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 37. Check 37.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the delay, Jones. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They begin with a run by Davis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run forward to Cohen. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
First carry in the league here for David Montgomery, the man out of Iowa State. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Muhammad. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. again. Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
61. Matchbox lights.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trubisky will throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 35 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
New draw Corker.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, this one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Hey, Echo.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with Muhammad. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This will be taken at the 10. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, Muhammad tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And it's caught. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's second and 20. Working from the gun, Rodgers. This is caught. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Fights free, and a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 31 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set the tone, defense.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Looking deep for will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. Called that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. B.J. Goodson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should take it to 10.
Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got zero. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody new. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal.